Thank you so much for staying with us. It's still the Adjusted Governorship Debate 2016, and the candidates have been talking. Let's start now with the issues concerning job creation and unemployment. Let me start with Mr. Godwin Obaseki. You've said, as part of your campaign promise, that you will be creating 200,000 jobs. And at this season, thousands of Nigerians are losing their jobs right now. The economy is in a recession. Is this just a campaign promise, or you mean it for real?
All I've done in my life is create jobs, working with investors and attracting investments. This is not a campaign gimmick. The current recession offers Nigeria a huge opportunity to turn its fortunes and the future around. We spend almost $15 billion a year importing food and food items. This is what we can cultivate internally in Nigeria. We spend about $500 million a year importing fish and chicken. That Edo can produce. And what you need is somebody who has the experience, who understands how to pull resources together, the capital, the manpower, and the planning, so that investors can be attracted to the state and make the required investments. Government's responsibility is to create the enabling environment, and the government that is not accountable, that is corrupt, cannot attract high-quality investments.
Edo State people will want to know in specifics how you hope. They will want to know how you want to do this. Which area specifically are you going to get these done?
The jobs will come mainly from 3 areas. First, agriculture. As I speak today, we have given about 150,000 hectares of land to about a dozen or so investors. If they cultivate only 50,000 hectares, with 5 people cultivating 1 hectare, that gives you 250,000 jobs just from agriculture. We invested in an electricity generating company. That is, we have a small investment as a state. Fortunately, that company, Azura, today is under construction, and in the next 18 months will be producing 450 megawatts of electricity in the state. That investment is already attracting high quality and large scale investors to locate and take advantage of the electricity that's present in Edo State. We're also investing in broadband infrastructure, because the bulk of the jobs created today, particularly by young people, is based on the internet. So apart from building roads, we're going to be building broadband network in the state, so that whether it's farmers, whether it's education, agriculture, healthcare, once you have that efficient fiber, that will stimulate a lot of jobs. Like I said, government does not...
I'm afraid your time is up. Thank you so much. I'd like Sulaiman to take over from here.
Well, I'd like to commend the present government for attracting...
Mr. Onaiwo, we will be asking you questions.
Yes, I'm going there.
When the time is up for reactions, we will take questions now, Mr. Onaiwo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
The Governors Forum. We need to have some clarity.
Which one?
Which one of them?
There was Nigerian Governors Forum under Governor Jang. There was Nigerian Governors Forum under Bukola Saraki.
Were you talking about
let me explain it to you.
Was
in 2007...
moment here. Was it when we had the 1916...
I beg your pardon?
Was it when we had the 1916 controversy about the 19 and 16...
No. Before... I was coordinator of Nigerian Governors Forum 2007
not
2011. I'm coming. We didn't have a DG then. I was the overall coordinator.
So I just wanted us to clear that.
Yes.
Because people are watching. They need to know when you use the word DG.
My chairman is the current president President of Nigerian Senate.
So the question is, Edo State, as part of Bendel State,
yes,
prided itself in having industries, Bendel Feed and Flour Mill in Ewu, Okwila Cement Factory in Okwila, Bendel Brewery in Benin City, and even Edo Lines, which was also mentioned earlier on by one of you. Do you know the current state of these companies, and how do they fit into your industrial plan for the state?
Thank you. It's about private sector investment. We first of all have to identify why we are in the problem. Okay? The two political parties that have governed us put us in this mess, PDP and APC. They owe Edo people on reserve apology, which is key to me. Now you talk about Bendel Bridge, you talk about that. What we need to do is to bring capable investors. Government doesn't have that money anymore. The economy is going down. You need investors to come and invest in those industries that have collapsed. That is key to us. Thank you.
I'd like the same question to go to Pastor Izayamu. We'll come to the Labour Party.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the truth about those industries is that they certainly can be revived. Bendel Brewery, for example, that was the brewery that funded the free education policy of Professor Ambrose Ali. Unfortunately, this government has abandoned it completely. It will interest you to note that when we came in, we found out that that industry, that brewery, was sold to church gates. But when we looked at the terms, we found out that they should charge the state, and forcefully we had to retrieve it. And during the period when that brewery was running, that brewery was giving Edo State government 25 million monthly. But in the past 7.5 years, no attention has been made to revive that place. You don't even need to spend government money. There are a lot of brewers in Germany, in Europe, who will gladly come. The beer consumption in our state is relatively high, so there's a market, a big market. And Crystal beer was very, very popular. Unfortunately, this government has shown no interest, and they have no economic direction. Edo Line, my friend mentioned it just now, God is good motors, is flourishing. The assets of Edo Line all over the country is more than their liability. Again, because of lack of economic direction, it has been left like that. The workers are not paid, and the place is shut. That is unfortunate. So a lot of industries in our state are shut, and unfortunately too, no attempt has been made to bring in anyone. I was amused just now when I heard the private investors that have come into our state. In fact, one of the reasons why they collected $150 million was to bring private investors. Which private investors? I was with the governor when he came in the second term, and he promised that Dangote was going to build a huge fertilizer factory at Agenebude. It was not done. Recently, just some weeks ago, we heard about a groundbreaking ceremony in Okwila. Nothing has happened to it.
I'm afraid your time is up, Mr. Ezeam.
Mr. Arelegwe.
Thank you very much. We in the Labour Party believe that we can do it together. It's not going to be because that is what is killing the government. I. But when we carry the people along, we partner with them. The people, we see it as their own also businesses, then they will have the interest to protect it. And we in the Labour Party believe when we encourage farming, we're going to make it interesting that even our young ones can even try to veg into it. And we also make sure we are going to encourage inventors and innovators. By so doing, we create more employment, and by also making sure that the unemployed youth are taken out of the streets, we can also have what they call social security, or what they call community policing. By the time we involve our youth, our unemployed youth, we engage the CDS chairman, engage the traditional rulers, and also engage public partners who will also finance, also join in and key into this vision. I believe by so doing, all employed youth will be out of the street. Thank you.
Mr. If I may quickly pick him up, the Labour Party candidate, your party, the Labour Party, we should be hearing so much about the issue of labor and jobs from you. Do you know the figures of unemployment, the rate of unemployment in Edo State as it stands?
Well, as at now, nobody knows the exact figure because it is not constant.
It's not constant. The
Yes.
latest figure from the NBS?
It is not confirmed. It is not confirmed.
And I would like to put it to you that it is about 72%. And I would like to ask you also that anybody who will be governor of Edo State will be caught between either increasing the minimum wage. We've heard the current governor talk about the issue of minimum wage so much. He was a former Labour leader.
Now,
as a Labour Party candidate, would you be increasing the minimum wage?
well, that's why I said we in Labour Party believe in dialogue.
You will dialogue to increase minimum wage?
We have to check what we have in our accounts because you cannot just increase salaries when you don't know what you are receiving. When you don't have the finance to promote or to increase somebody's wage, how can you increase it? And again, what I said about the number figure of unemployed youth, how do you know? That's why we are going to get the data. We are going to put the machinery in place to collect the data and know who that are not registered.